calling on government to establish some fund, a social support or social welfare fund that can support such people disabled in society. As enshrined in our constitution, they have right to protect and to live as human beings. So the government should establish some social support fund.
The cry of a woman in pain echoes through the ward of this hospital. In there, a young woman endures the excruciating pain that comes with the birth of new life. The joy of hearing her baby cry is enough to numb her pain, albeit temporarily, so she could savor the moment. Akuya Mansa, as I've named her for this piece, wasn't so lucky. Her 2 previous deliveries were problem-free, and she was therefore hoping for yet another. Except the bundle of joy turned out to be 2 girls with defects.
Why me?
Too often I wail and ask why this had happened to me, and then I console myself with the gospel.
Very often when you have a baby with a birth defect or a malformation, even though you will try very hard to counsel her and explain to her what is going on, of course she also has people in the house who are telling her, you know, this one, that kind of thing. So very often you find that they just vanish. They are there with
the head of the mother and baby unit at the Okomfo Anokye Teaching Hospital, Dr. Planjru, commends Akuya Mansa and her husband for not abandoning their babies, as has been the practice. In her 28-year-long experience at the hospital, Dr. Planjru says virtually all parents who deliver malformed babies don't want to have anything to do with them. But Akuya Mansa says she could not reject her own babies.
Me imagine say me don kwala no na ma kura wo mu yi me so mu yi because nkwala to say enipa wa konsra.
I decided to love and nurture them. I see them as visitors who will feel blessed and stay when you give them the best reception. Otherwise, if a visitor does not feel welcome, they will hurriedly depart.
2 days now, I was started. I was say, "Obeko." Nti me imagine say me so na matime ni wachrom na madom.
Despite the love, she says her ultimate dream would be to raise the 10,000 Ghana cedis needed to pay for the surgery that will separate them. The stigma of having malformed children can be quite unbearable. Dr. Planjru says they avoid putting pressure on parents to accept their malformed babies for good reason.
We had a mother, for example, who abandoned her baby in a public toilet. Her baby had a huge head. The baby was her sister who took the baby. She said, oh, the mother is going to dress her wound, so I'm taking the baby. And then she took the baby and dumped the baby in a public toilet.
Those who manage to escape death end up in orphanages. Loveless Ado heads the social welfare unit here at the Okomfo Anokye Teaching Hospital. She has processed several abandoned babies for various children's homes.
Any baby that is abandoned, if it's abandoned at the hospital, the first thing I have to do is report to the police. Then I'll report to my regional director, that is social welfare, so that he will be aware that there is a baby at the ward. Then after discharge, I will write 3 reports on the baby, a social inquiry report. Then I will write a waiver report to waive the medical bills of the baby. And I'll write another report admitting the baby to the children's home. And I will send the waiver report to the chief executive of the hospital for him to approve of the report before the baby can be taken out of the ward. Then the social inquiry report and the admission report, I will take it through the social welfare department. And the police is also supposed to give me a police extract. So I'll attach that to the 2 reports that is going to the Department of Social Welfare. The regional director will minute on it, and the baby will be sent to the children's home.
It is a typical day here, and a team of doctors and specialists are busily attending to these babies, all in a bid to give some joy to parents who come in with heavy hearts. Professor Peter Donko is a magnofacial surgeon and leader of the team.
These services are available locally in Ghana. We encourage all mothers to seek care. At the moment, the leading centers where this can be done are mainly in Kumasi and Accra, Okomfo Anokye and Kolibo. They should seek out the practitioners who can do these surgeries for them.
The LEAP is an empowerment, it's a fund that is used for communities. And the target group are persons with disabilities who have no capacity, and the ages above 55 years who have nobody to take care of them, and children who are orphan and vulnerable. But this one, those two targets. But what happens is that when you have to take the fellow to the hospital for medical attention, while all the hospital have got social workers, and they will take an investigation and write what we call social inquiry reports, which we use as an trace the family.
Essentially, the point of making is that the structures are already in place to handle such challenges with
and the money should be disbursed as such, not to be added to district assembly, and it should be monitored so that people who are supposed to benefit from this fund receive it, and instead of children dying because of their being